This segment brought to you by Bob Schwartz Financial. Values, commitment, transparency.
Hoxie, Kansas native and astronaut Nick Hague returned from the International Space Station in October of last year, and in the first few days of being back on the planet Earth, I asked Nick to describe his experience of being in orbit.
It's really one of the biggest challenges I'm going to have for the rest of my life is trying to fully describe that experience and do it justice with words. So I'm going to try. Being able to look out the window and see such a large swath of the world. You're high enough up that you feel like you're away from, like you really are off the planet, and I can look up and, it's easy for me to see all of Kansas in one view. And it's not just all of Kansas. It's all of Kansas and Nebraska and Wyoming and Colorado and Utah. You can see all of that in just one snapshot. And to see there's just no borders. What you really start to embrace is that the world that we live on is this living organism. There's the countries that and the borders that we're always thinking about on a day-to-day basis. Those all just kind of melt away, and you start to see this giant ecosystem where humans live, and you see the large global forces, the weather forces, and just how it all breathes in and out. And you start to gain this real appreciation for how special the Earth is, because you don't have to look too much left or right, and then you see the dark of space. And during the daytime, if the Earth is bright enough, you can't really see any of the stars that are in the sky. And so you see the Earth as this oasis, this blue and green and vibrant oasis in the middle of this just black ocean of darkness. And you realize we're in a really special place. And you also realize that we're all in it together. Whether I'm in Kansas or whether I'm on the opposite side of the world, we're all on this island together. And you just come back with this perspective of we're pretty fortunate, and along with being fortunate comes a responsibility to do what we can to be great stewards of this special place.
And Nick, with that being said, can you tell us a little bit about working with officials and professionals from other countries, like your cosmonauts you worked with on the space station?
Yeah, absolutely. That is one of the most profound takeaways that I'm going to walk away from this entire experience with, is that it was just such a special opportunity to be able to work with our partners, whether they're in Japan or Germany or the European countries as part of the European Space Agency, or our colleagues in Moscow or up in Canada. We've got this massive team spread across the globe, and I got to meet and work side by side and be trained by these professionals for the 2 years leading up to launch. So it was no surprise to me by the time I got on orbit just how special of a team we were in. But to be up there and be right in the mix of it and see the machine working and keeping us busy every day and continuing to give us groundbreaking science to do up there, to collect the data so that we can get it down to the researchers on the ground and they can make their discoveries. It was just such a profound experience to be able to see how, when we come together across the globe, how we can leverage all of our diversity and be stronger because of it. It's just a unique opportunity.
I'm Bob Schwartz, and I've devoted the last 43 years to helping Kansans reach their retirement goals and to protect the family farm. At Bob Schwartz Financial, we believe everyone should be able to live the retirement they've always dreamed of. Our team of professionals can help you create an efficient strategy using a variety of investment vehicles to help you address your financial needs and your concerns. Bob Schwartz Financial, values, commitment, and transparency.